Hey, this is Terry, and in this video I want to talk about the Scandinavian concept of lagom. In fact, lagom is specifically Swedish, and it has a very broad range of meanings. For us at Primare, it means more everything in balance and harmony. Not too much, not too little. Kind of a logic behind how we design all of our products. And probably the easiest way to think about lagom is to look at the number of feet we use on all of our product. We only use 3. You only need 3. 2 is too few, 4 is 1 too many. 3 feet define a plane, so if we put our product on any surface, no matter how uneven it will still be stable. It'll still be solid. And while it isn't a lot of money, we save 25% of feet costs by having only 3 feet. Now, that's a bit of a superficial description of what lagom might mean, but lagom really goes toward every aspect of the product, how it's designed, the kind of appearance of the product, how you engage with that product, the feel of the buttons, the knobs, as a satisfying experience. And most importantly, it really impacts the electrical design of the product. We don't really do anything for marketing reasons. And in fact, as the person responsible for marketing, it can be sometimes frustrating for me. We don't choose technologies because they're of the moment. They are the latest technologies. We choose what works and what works best. So no name brand internal components for the most part. And in fact, when we talk about basic design, it is always with this sense of what will work best sympathetically together. How will the various components, both small-scale and large-scale circuits, work best together? And so some of these abiding principles result in basic thoughts about what is most important in our designs. And one of those things is power supply. Power supply is absolutely of primary importance. If we don't have the power going to these carefully designed and carefully articulated and carefully placed circuits within our products, it won't amount to anything. We have to have the power supply. But even here, lagom takes its place in the sense that we don't just choose one particular type of power supply and claim that it is the best. We know very well that certain types of power supplies are better suited to certain types of tasks within any product. So for example, in our power amplifiers, we need lots of instantaneous power to make sure that our Class D UFP-D2 modules have every bit of power they need to be able to deliver the kind of current they can to speakers, regardless of how difficult that load is, as easily and effortlessly as possible. Now, in the case of a CD player or a preamplifier, we may use a linear power supply. It doesn't have the same kind of demands that a basic amplifier might have or an integrated amplifier might have, and therefore a linear supply will best serve that purpose. We don't necessarily choose toroidal transformers with the belief that toroids are always better. There are certain things that toroids do better than others. They have a limited and very easily controlled magnetic field, for example. So in our phono stages, it makes it easy for us to use those and literally tune the transformer so that it injects the least amount of noise into the very delicate signals that are part of a phono stage. So all of the decisions that we make in that regard always obtain to this idea of what is just the right balance. Just what is the right amount of this or that to make the products work at their optimum and their best. Because ultimately, what we want from a Primare product is the sound also to be lagom. Not too much of this, not too much of that. Everything in perfect balance and proportion. So the idea is that you can take a Primare product and put it into any system, and the system should sound better. But you shouldn't be able to point to really anything specifically that the Primare product is doing better than it might have done before. We want to be part of this very strong system chain. A chain is only as strong as its weakest link, and we want to be there and be as strong as we possibly can. And so the idea behind this then is this idea of a lagom sound, is that you shouldn't think about or be aware of technology at work when listening to a Primare product. It should just simply sound right. Not too much, not too little. Lagom. For more about our products, go to primare.net.